After 2 years of our camper van life, John and I know that our favorite adventures are those with the least amount of planning. A reservation perhaps, but even that isn't necessary. Just a good attitude and an open mind. With our newly installed spare tire rack and fat-tired e-bikes, we were anxious to explore further around Anza Borrego State Park in Southern California. We booked 4 nights at Borrego Springs Campground. Unbeknownst to us, it was Borrego Days weekend, and the parade started at 10 a.m. We ended the morning's festivities with a great lunch at the Red Ocotillo.
And I got the peanut noodle something or other salad.
Then it was back to the campground where temperatures were approaching 90 degrees and we took off to explore the desert.
Read one of those. You know you're an adult when?
My favorite childhood memory is my back not hurting. True mark of adulthood. Instead of your parents scheduling your doctor's appointments, you just avoid going to the doctor and hope you don't die. Used to sneak out of my house to go to parties. Now I sneak out of parties to go to my house. That's so true. One night we were joined by viewers from Carlsbad, Mark and Susie, who had taken ownership of their 2020 Pleasureway Ascent in the summer, and this was one of their first nights out in it. They have the same e-bikes that we have, so we gave them about 2 minutes to unload, and then we were off to explore some of the 100 or so metal sculptures that are dispersed around the surrounding desert. He's like that guy from that TV show. You only saw his face from here up. Oh my goodness. If you thought I was bad about gadgets, well, thankfully, Mark is even worse and brought his propane campfire. I'll admit, the smokeless fire was nice on this warm, bug-free evening. Mark and Susie had to head back to Carlsbad, but we'll be getting together again in the future so you can see some of the great storage and organizational ideas he has for his van. I was asked how we charge our e-bikes when we are not, we don't have shore power. Now, normally we would be charging them when we drive, but we're here at Anza Borrego for 4 nights. 2 of those we do have power. The first 2 we did not, but we didn't use very much yesterday, even though we were on our bikes most of the day. And so I thought it would be interesting to see what it draws from the batteries. So let me show you that. So now it is 10:38, so the sun is a little bit higher, and it's kind of hovering. I'll show you here on the screen. So now it keeps going between 6 and 7. Little more solar gain. Wouldn't you say this was one of our best trips ever?
Yes.
And it's because of the e-bikes.
The e-bikes, yes, absolutely.
It was so much fun exploring these dirt roads.
And I think just as importantly, only fell a couple of times.
And it was fun having spending a day with subscribers, Mark and Susie. That was fun because on their e-bikes.
What a nice rig they have, yeah.
Yeah, and the weather, even though it was 90 degrees, it was especially tolerable with the hookups.
Yes.
But 2 nights without hookups was doable. And it was so still that I got to practice my drone.
Yes, not even a whisper of wind this morning.
No.
It'll be forecast high today is 95.
I know, so we're heading out. So let's get packed up. I think mine's easier to get out than yours. If I can make some kind of a basket here, I could also put the controller in there. I just thought of another use of our shower curtain. It needs a little bit of work because it's not shading the very top, but you can use it to shade that sunny side of your refrigerator. And maybe help reduce the heat a little bit.
So how do you think up these things?
Well,
And you lay awake at night and say, what can I do now?
I do. I think about these things at nighttime.